What's up? It's been a while since I did a ministry update, so I figured I'd make a video talking about what's been going on. So how are you? I'm doing well. And I just want to go over some things that have been going on and tell you where my focus is at, what I've been working on, where things will be going in the future, where I see it going. So right off the bat, I'm just going to tell you, I believe later this year, when it comes to election time, if we even have one, we don't know. I think that it doesn't matter who gets elected or whatever, that no matter what, there's going to be violence, there's going to be chaos, there's going to be a lot of crazy things that could happen at that time. And there may be some other surprises that happen before that as well. And so, and a lot of other things going on in the world as well. Obviously in the Middle East, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on, and there's a potential for a lot of chaos. Definitely there is going to be some crazy things popping off. And having said all that, the reason I'm bringing that up is that I have the focus of trying to get out as much material as possible, like as much of the truth as possible, getting out shows, messages about various subjects from the Bible, about things going on in the world, clips to get some people in here to watch the longer ones, those types of things. I'm trying to get out as much of that as possible before there may come a time when things are disrupted and it's not possible to do that as we've been doing it right now. So that's my main focus, and everything is geared towards trying to get that accomplished. So I appreciate your prayers in getting that done. But sort of to see a little bit about the method behind the madness, I try to balance all this with everything else going on, obviously with my spending time with my family, but also do counseling with people as well. Some people that have been through some extreme abuse and they're going through some really tough times. I've spent many hours talking with some people, so just trying to balance that with all these other things, the teachings as well. And then a little bit of insight as to what's been going on with that as well is in my notes, I have I have 600 files in there right now on my phone. And, a lot of these open ones, there's probably like 300 to 400 files of various different subjects. Sometimes it's just an idea. Sometimes it's almost an entire message of a lot of information that's compiled together. And so I'm always working on various things and putting things together. Sometimes I'm reading books or articles or studying different things, and I put them together, and I'm praying to God as to when the right time is to release those things. And along with that, I'm trying to mix together different topics and also the variety of clips, which that takes time. You have to go through sometimes an entire message, maybe more than one message, to find the good clip, edit it down, add in pictures and editing, all these different things, effects to put that up. And then also another thing is there were still some older messages that were done over a year, 2 years, 3 years old, that were on live streams, and they need to be redone. And I know I could do way better job with them, plus better audio with the notes on the screen, and it's gonna be way better. But even doing those, I have to go through those, see if there's anything that needs to be redone. And then also the timing of when they come out does coincide with the future messages that I'm planning. For instance, the next message I'm doing because I want to be able to refer back to that. In the next series I'm going to be continuing about faith in because we need to continue the foundational first principles series. I'm going to be doing multiple messages on the subject of faith, but I need these other messages to refer back to. So it all ties together, and it might seem kind of random at first, but over time you're going to see it's very systematic in the way that everything is being put out. It takes a lot of work to do all these things. And so I'm just telling you a little bit of the method of the madness as to what's been going on, what I've been spending my time on. Sometimes I study things for a really long time and go through all these things to put it in a file, and then I say, okay, well, we'll have to do that another day. And then another day comes and we do it. So a lot of my time is spent doing that type of stuff, and I'm always studying, always putting things together, always working on stuff. So whenever you see me put up a video, there's a lot behind that, and there's always a strategy to everything as well. And so, yeah, so that's pretty much that as far as what's been going on. Everything's going good with me and my family. Just been really focused on this stuff, trying to stay physically in shape as well and be healthy. Everyone's good. And as far as going forward in the future, like I said, it's just going to be focusing on getting out as much truth as possible, because this is the fastest way to, I'm also going to ask a request in a second here, but this is the fastest way to get out this truth, sound doctrine, out to as many people in the world as possible through the internet. And we, desperately need more of this sound doctrine, truth out today, because we live in a very dark time of apostasy. There is a lot of false teaching, false doctrine being taught today, and so we want to try to get out as much of that as possible. And so then that comes to my request as well. My request is that you guys download as much as you can, please. Download videos, go to the Telegram channel and click on the files and download as many PDFs of the notes as you can. Go to Sermon Audio, download audio, save hard copies of everything, put it on an external hard drive, put them in a Faraday bag. Get cheap Faraday bags on Amazon that you can store the external hard drives in to protect from if there's an EMP that goes out or some type of attack, whatever. And please try to save as much as you can so that we can have access to that in as many different places as possible. If you want to print something out, then you can as well. That would help too. Print out maybe some notes to have hard copies of paper, and also spread it around. If you want, you can make any message that I've made, any notes I've made, you can chop that up and make it smaller and turn it into a track, turn it into a message to hand out to someone, whatever. But I'm just saying, trying to think about these things and prepare as much as we can for a lot of these chaotic things that are going to be happening. We want to try to please take some steps to preserve as much truth as we can, so that somewhere, various places hopefully, we'll still be able to access a lot of this truth, and that it won't all just be wiped away, depending on what happens. Who knows? But that was just that was a request that I had. I think that'd be a good idea to try to preserve as much as we can. And I think that's pretty much it. But also, I would exhort you as well. I'm going to probably make some videos about this stuff. But I will say really quick, another exhortation, that you would please prepare yourself for the coming months, things that are going to be happening. Of course, number one, prepare spiritually. I have entire playlists about this stuff. The End Times Chaos playlist. Highly recommend you go watch that. And I have a summary in there. It says, preparing for the end, spiritual. And prepare yourself spiritually, praying and reading the Word of God as much as you can. Grow. Make sure you're growing and getting close to God. Spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically as well. Don't neglect that. I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again. Get yourself used to temperatures in your local area, whether it's the cold or the hot, cold or the heat. Get your body used to having that without being in an artificially conditioned environment. It'll be good for you. But move your body every day. Go for walks. Maybe do some physical work in the yard. These types of things. It's really important, and you're going to need it. And you should just be prepared for whatever. We don't know what's going to happen for sure, but it's always better to prepare for the worst and hope for the best. Pray for the best, I should say. And because the most important thing, again, is spiritual. Be a witness, be a testimony, so that no matter what happens, everyone will see that you stand on the solid rock of Jesus Christ and the Word of God, and that none of these things move you, no matter what happens. Don't let any of these things move you. All these things are written beforehand, that troublesome times would come, and it's not going to shock you. It's not going to surprise you. It shouldn't. And so just don't forget that as well. So I think that's pretty much it. Just wanted to give an update and talk about those things a little bit. and I'm going to focus on continuing putting out as many messages as possible. And I wanted to also thank you again. Thank you to everyone out there for all the support, all the gifts, all the prayers, all the encouraging and kind comments and emails and everything else. I really do appreciate that. I'm very thankful. I thank all of you and for supporting the ministry. This is my life. This is all I do. Put everything in my life into this, so that I could, try to get the truth out to as many people as possible. And Lord willing, that's what we're trying to do. So thanks again. God bless you and have a good day.